Welcome back, guys. It's your girl Chocho. You already know what's up. I'm for sure gonna let you know what I know, what I've learned, what I believe in, and what I stand on. Okay. So yes, guys. Um, hope all is well with everyone. Hope you hit the like button, subscribe, so you can stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Come on, show me some love. Okay. So guys, this video is going to be about like how hard it is on a mom, on a single parent, me as a mom, a single parent, trying to deal with these things in life. And one thing is about like the absent parent. Okay. So, guys, an absent parent can be absent due to so many reasons. Okay, never believe when someone just saying, like, oh, she's just bitter, like just because I don't want to be with her, she keeps my kid away. Most, especially men, most men will say that to the girl that they're with, to all the girls that they're with, to whoever, to their guy friends, whoever. They will say that most of the time that's what you hear. But that's not true. He's only lying to cover up himself. Yep, they do that to cover up themselves because they know good darn well that they don't want to be in their child's life the way it should be. They don't want to be a father. And if you guys know what a father is, what a father does, what's the role of a father, yeah, that's why most of these men that have kids, they don't want to do that. The sacrifices, the time, the energy, they don't want to do that. So it's a lot that, you know, women should be more aware of when you're picking the person to have a kid with. And that's something that I learned. But as I was saying, there's many reasons why the parent is absent, why the dad is absent. God sees everything behind closed doors. When that man is by himself, God sees that man's everything he does behind closed doors. We don't know his true intentions. We don't know his thoughts. We don't know his heart, but God does. God does. And I believe, that's why there's a lot of men that are absent in their kids' life. Because God knows who they truly are. And some of these men probably don't even need to be in their kids' lives. Because we as parents, we want to protect. We want to give our kids a better life. We want them to be great human beings. So, like I said, there's so many reasons. And even if your kid has spent time with that dad, God knows what was going through their head, their thoughts when they had their child with them. There's so many reasons, again, why a dad is not in their child's life. For safety reasons, it can be safety for the mom, for the child, just safety reasons. We all know now in this world, just because you have a child don't mean that you deserve the right to have your child, because a lot of people in this world are not mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually ready. And I say that because a lot of people, parents don't even try. If you're trying to do what's good, good. But if you're not even trying and your intentions are not good intentions, yeah, you don't deserve the child. No, no way. No way. Because as you have a child, you start to make changes, in yourself, because you start to see these things, like when, how you, parent, like be a parent, to your child, you know, you start to see these things. So you want to change and you want to do better, right? Right. You know, and some of these parents, don't want to make those changes. They don't. They don't want to make those changes. They don't want to sacrifice. And we all know change is good. Change is good for when you starting a family now. It's absolutely good. A lot of us, when we're young, we want to meet this person, that person. We want to play around with everybody. We want to go out and drink and smoke and go to clubs, and dress, hoochie and all that stuff. Those things that as a parent you change now. But a lot of times, a lot of us parents don't do that. We don't do that. We don't want to change. I'm not going to say we, because I know I changed a lot. For my kids, for a better me, because I want a family, I changed. But a lot of parents out here don't want to. And like I say, if you're the parent that's doing good, you want to protect your child, right? Right. Yeah. We all know just because you have a child, and a lot of us women, I'm going to say women, but this also happened to men. A lot of us women know that in this world, there's rape, sexually assaulted. It's happened to a lot of us people out here in the world. Yeah. Just because you had a child, doesn't mean that that man or that woman is safe to be around their kids. Because a lot of us out here, we know that we've probably gotten raped, essayed by someone close, a family member, So, yeah, just because you had a kid don't mean that you're safe. And that's why I mentioned in one of my last videos, or I probably didn't. But for us women, it's time that we stop just getting pregnant within 2 to 3, 6 months of being in a relationship. To really get to truly know someone, it takes all year. And that's through all the seasons. Right? Through all seasons, you will truly get to know someone. Because there's going to be ups and downs throughout the whole year. So take your time, It doesn't matter how much that man or that woman is showing you, oh, I love you, you're the best, No, all that stuff really don't matter. Just wait the whole year. And you can wait even longer. If that person truly loves you and respects you, they're going to wait. If they rushing you and say, oh, well, you don't love me, it's something they rush into. And they probably don't have no good intentions. Yeah. It's a lot. And on some things that I do want to name that, like some that we as parents, we have to change. And that I've noticed that some men don't change because they're not ready. They don't want to change. They won't even do it for their kids. Like, you have to build a relationship with God. You have to have a relationship with God because that's our Father. That's your Father. That's our Father. He is the leader. We follow. And the man is supposed to lead the family. So if you're not following God, you can't be a leader. You just can't. Because what are you going to lead the family to? What are you going to lead the family to? How are you going to lead that family? So, yes, we have to be careful how we move. So, like I say, you men have to follow Jesus. Let Jesus lead so you can be a leader like our Father. And because having a family, it's a lot that a family goes through. It's a lot that we have to teach our children, teach ourselves. It's a lot. And like I say, God is our Father. That's who we learn from. And another thing that we need to change as parents, especially for the men, like, there's some things you need to let go of. You lusting, lurking, trying to lie, cheat, beat on your woman. No. No. Like I say, a lot of these men are not ready to let that go. Not even for their kids. Not even for their family, to have a family. Like, no. Some men literally out here in the world, yeah, they'll trap you with a baby and they'll want you to be in a relationship with them, but they want you to accept all their BS. How insane is that? Like, you expect me to throw my life away because this is how you want to live your life? You want to have me trapped with your babies and you lie to me, cheat on me, and beat on me? No way. No, women, don't be dumb. Don't accept that. Don't accept that. As I say, it takes all year to really get to know someone. And a lot of us, we have kids without being even married. And then we have to carry that weight on ourselves. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot why these parents can be absent. They're not always good people. Like I said, they can lie to you and be like I say, blame the parent. But that's not the case. That person is just trying to protect themselves so you can think and you want to continue to be with that person, that they are a good person. And like I said in my last video, if you watched it, there's wolves in sheep's clothing. And these wolves will come to you as kind, dressed in sheep's clothing. Okay? So they'll come to you as kind. But that's why I said it takes all year to really get to know someone. And that's one thing as women we want to do. I know we be ready to get in the bed, but no, we have to have some control. And believe me, a lot of times when we're young and we have kids, most of the time we even get pregnant, but that's really a sign from God too. Like, hey, you're going to sit yourself at home with this one. Because being out there, just meeting men, are wolves. These wolves are coming for you. So yes, guys, like I said, there's so many reasons why, you know, a mom would want to keep her child from the other parent. There's so many reasons. So many reasons. It's not always what he tells you, what the dad tells the new girlfriend. Yep. It's a lot. Stay tuned. And for sure, stay woke, because life is no joke.